We are speaking to Attorney Golan on Immigration Update on the air. You can always call him for free initial consultation at 213-383-3222. Attorney Golan, I think, has taught almost all of the immigration lawyers who are practicing right now or no longer practicing, because he has had 50 years of experience and over that in U.S. immigration law. Now, Attorney Golan, when the U.S. immigration informs the family that is being petitioned about the approval, are they required to submit additional documentation, and what are those?
Let's assume we are talking about beneficiaries who are
Yes.
outside the U.S.
Yes.
Okay, the approved petition is not held or not kept by the Immigration Service.
Uh-huh.
The approved petition is sent to the Department of State, okay, to a national office which is called NVC, okay, National Visa Center. This NVC is holding all the petitions in all categories for everybody anywhere in the world, and they inform the petitioner when the time comes to submit additional documents.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
This is called NVC, National Visa Center, and the National Visa Center receives the approved petition from immigration and will send the petitioner a notice that they received the petition and they opened the case, and they will advise the petitioner of the case number at the NVC.
Uh-huh. And the NVC's main headquarters are located in the United States, and there are no affiliate offices all over the world?
No.
I see.
NVC is only in the U.S., and they are like sort of a depository for all the petitions, and they keep good track of the petitions and the priority dates, and they advise the petitioner when the time comes to continue with pushing the case.
Mm-hmm. And I guess, Attorney Golan, that is where an expert in immigration comes in, because I guess it is really, well, if not impossible, very challenging to contact the NVC with regards to their approval or any type of petition, correct?
It is useful to have a professional here for two reasons. Number one, the procedures are not simple.
Mm-hmm.
And number two, many people don't take into account that when they move, the NVC doesn't know about it.
I see.
Okay, when they change an address and they move, NVC doesn't know about it, and when NVC may send them a notice to start submitting additional documents, they don't get the notice, and then the case sooner or later will be denied for no action.
Mm-hmm. Now, do both the petitioner and the family petition receive a notice from the NVC?
Not at the early stages.
Uh-huh.
In the early stages, it's only the petitioner.
I see. So, well, this proves the point that to many of our listeners asking about petitions, I really feel it's a must to consult an immigration expert, because following up all your petitions and all these sort of things with the pandemic and all the backlog, it would really be very, very difficult. I guess it's not easy to call them, correct, Attorney Golan?
It's totally useless to call them. You can only work with them by email.
I see. Okay. Well, there you are. Attorney Golan is an expert on this. He's had a lot of experience in following up also petitions. So 213-383-3222. Let's go to another question of another case of this individual who enters the United States through a petition, marries a U.S. citizen, I think, and now he's a U.S. citizen, but recently divorced. He is not given a lot of information, although he mentions that even during his marriage, he already had met a girlfriend, a lady that he liked. So they'd had this relationship. But she goes home to the Philippines, and then one day, he, after his divorce, decided to visit the girlfriend. Only then did he realize that he had a son. In other words, the lady was pregnant with his child and then gives birth. So he would like to be able to petition this child, who is now over 1 year old, although he's not married to this lady. In other words, he says it probably is difficult because this lady would not allow him to petition or even get the child. He plans now to perhaps file for a fiancé visa so this girlfriend could come to the United States. At the same time, he wonders whether his child is already a U.S. citizen, because he is citizen when the baby was born, although he was born in the Philippines, but he could have registered his birth too, right, with one parent who is a U.S. citizen. What is your opinion, Attorney Golan?
Look, it would be very useful if he can enlist the cooperation of the mother.
Uh-huh.
Because the first step should really be that the mother should take the child and some documents to the American consul in Manila and find out from the consul whether the child is an American citizen or not.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Of course, if he consults with a lawyer here in the United States, the lawyer may give him an opinion whether the child is an American citizen or not.
Right.
But still, this is only an opinion, and it will be necessary to run it by the American consul in Manila. And if the consul believes or accepts that the child is an American citizen, the consul will issue the child a special birth certificate, a special American birth certificate, and an American passport. Okay, so then he does not need to petition the child.
I see.
Okay, but still it requires the cooperation of the mother.
Uh-huh. So even though the child was born outside of the United States, and I think the register of birth was there in that country, and they placed the name of the father who is here in the United States as the father, the legitimate father, does that already prove that the child is a U.S. citizen, having mentioned that the father is a U.S. citizen?
No.
I see. Okay.
No. First of all, there is a question to prove paternity.
Uh-huh.
Because if there is no marriage of the parents, there is always an issue. Is he really the father or not?
I see.
This is number one, to prove paternity. And number two, there are certain conditions about the citizenship of the father that needs to be shown to the American consul before the child will be recognized as an American citizen.